Hello my dear students, today I will read all exercises and questions with their answers. Let's start. A set, name the following. Number 1, two famous ancient Indian universities. Answer, Nalanda, Vikramshila. Second question, three powerful dynasties of South India. Answer, the Cholas, the Pallavas, the Pandyas. Question number 3. The Arab traders settled in this part of India. Answer, the Malabar coast in southern India. Question number 4. Mahmud of Ghazni targeted these two Indian temples. Answer, Somnath and the temples of Mathura. Number 5. The Rajput ruler who was defeated in the second battle of Tarain. Answer, Prithviraj Chauhan. Question number 6. Two monuments introduced in the architecture of the Sultanate period. Answer, the Mosque Quwwatul Islam and Qutub Minar. Question number 7. He was known as Lakbaksh. Answer, Qutubuddin Aibak. Question number 8. He was successful in keeping the Mongols away till his unfortunate death. Answer, Sher Khan. Question number 9. He shifted his capital from Lahore to Delhi. Answer, Shamsuddin Iltutmish. Question number 10. A fort at Pithora where Aibak resided. Answer, Tilar Rai Pithora. B set, fill in the blanks. The Sultans of Delhi were of dash and dash origin. Answer are Turkish and Afghan. Number 2. Dash maintained an efficient spy system to keep him informed about the affairs of the state. Answer is Ghiyasuddin Balban. Question 3. Razia Sultana ascended the throne after Iltutmish. You can see the answer. Number 4. Amir Khusro was the court poet of Balban. Number 5. Balban appointed a minister of war called Diwane Aris. C set, choose the correct answer. Number 1, the Silk Route connected. A option, Constantinople to Delhi. B option, Italy to China. C, Italy to Delhi. Correct answer is B, Italy to China. Second number, the Hindu ruler Harshvardhana died in A option 674 CE, B 764 CE, C 647 CE. Correct answer is C 647 CE. Ghor was a vassal of A Ghazni, B Egypt, C Syria. Correct answer is Ghazni. The rulers of South India were the dash. A Pandavas and Kauravas, B Cholas, Pallavas, Pandyas, C Palas and Senas. Correct answer is Cholas, Pallavas, Pandyas. Fifth, a rich temple in Gujarat attacked by Mahmud of Ghazni was number A, Somnath, B, Sarnath, C, Satara. Correct answer is A, Somnath. D, set. Answer these questions in brief. Brief means short. Question number 1. Who was the first ruler to invade the Indian subcontinent? Answer, the first ruler to invade Indian subcontinent was Mahmud Ghaznavi. Question number 2. Why did people not accept the rule of Razia Sultana? Answer, Razia Sultana was a female ruler. The ascendancy of a female ruler was unacceptable at that time by the people. Question number 3. Who laid the foundation of the Delhi Sultanate? Answer, Muhammad of Ghor laid the foundation of a Muslim empire in India and left his slave Qutubuddin Aibak to administer on his behalf. Question number 4. Who started the slave dynasty in India? Answer, Qutubuddin Aibak started the slave dynasty in India. Question number 5. Who commissioned the Qutub Minar? Answer, it was originally commissioned by Qutubuddin Aibak. His successor Iltutmish added 3 more floors to the structure. Set E. Answer these questions in detail. Number 1 question. How were the intentions of Mahmud of Ghazni different from those of Muhammad of Ghor? Answer. Mahmud of Ghazni was having a clear intention of looting India by attacking the temples. He looted Somnath temple 17 times. The money that he looted from India was used to make his own region prosperous and rich. On the other hand, Muhammad of Ghor was having intention to establish a rule in India and wanted to expand his empire to get hold of more power and control. He laid the foundation of Muslim empire in India. Question number 2. Trace the events that led to the formation of the Sultanate of Delhi. Answer. The events that led to the formation of the Delhi Sultanate were as follows. Number 1. Local kings lacked unity and organization and divided by rivalries. Number 2. There was no central government. Number 3. Kingdoms were small and scattered. Number 4. Turks were better organized and took advantage of the lack of mutual cooperation among the Rajputs. Question number 3. Why is Ghiyasuddin Balban considered to be the consolidator of the Delhi Sultanate? Answer. Balban ruled the empire with an iron hand, coupled with wisdom. He started by dissolving the Chalisa to strengthen the hands of the Sultan. He provided justice for all. Punishment was severe for any officer who was disloyal. He maintained an efficient spy system that kept him informed about all that happened in court, in the government, in the country. He also recognized the army. He was able to restore the economy. The roads were made safer to make trade and agriculture easy. He crushed the Mewatis, who had become a terror for the people of Delhi. He suppressed the rebellious Rajputs. He prepared an effective defense policy. He constructed forts to protect the western boundaries. That is why Balban is considered to be the consolidator of the Delhi Sultanate. Number 4. What measures did Balban take to restore the prestige of the Sultan? Answer. The following measures were taken by Balban to restore the prestige of the Sultan. Number 1. He modeled his administration on the lines of the Iranian courts that laid great stress on ceremonies and customs. Number 2. He introduced the Persian custom of sajda and paibos. It was the ritual of kissing the Sultan's feet to glorify Sultan's position and status. Number 3. He kept himself surrounded by fearsome bodyguards. Number 4. He maintained a distance from the people he interacted with. Number 5. He dressed in a grand fashion and maintained a stern demeanor to inspire awe in the hearts of his subjects. Question number 5. Aibak and Iltutmish faced similar challenges when they ascended the throne. Who, in your opinion, was the greater diplomat? Give reasons to support your answer. Answer. In my opinion, Aibak was greater diplomatic than Iltutmish because when he became a sultan, he cut off his ties with Ghazni to establish himself as the independent ruler of Delhi. He set up diplomatic relations with other states to accept him as the overlord and promised to pay tributes. He strengthened his position by forging relations with the rulers of Bengal, Lahore and Multan, and by marrying his daughter to Iltutmish, who was a prominent slave general. That's all for today. I hope everything is clear now. You will have to complete all the exercises in the book and question answers in your notebook. Exercises are here and question answers are here. Thank you.